I'm the only one in this. Look, I'm the only one. No one else is there.
What do you put?
A beach, an animated beach background.
Okay, please remember not to talk, okay?
Not to talk
Uh,
about.
let others speak.
Partha, can you see the board?
Yes, sir. No, I can't see on the screen. I can still see the Zoom meeting on the screen.
Okay.
Can't see the board yet on the screen.
Okay. 1 minute. Let me try something else. Okay. How about now?
Yes, now I can see the board on the screen. Excuse me, sir, I can't hear you.
No, I'm not saying anything. We are still waiting to start, right? We have 5 minutes.
Okay, I thought you were saying something. Sorry, sir. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Right, good evening. So we'll wait for 5 minutes to start the lecture. Okay. Hi, can you confirm if you can hear me?
Sorry, sir.
Nice, no problem.
Yes, sir.
ओके बरेच जण ऑनलाईन जॉईन होणार आहेत असं वाटतं जे लांबून येणार आहेत ना त्यांना यायला जमणार नाही लेट अस सी किती येत आहे वी स्टील हॅव 5 minutes टू स्टार्ट so this was a plus b into a plus b into a plus b so what did you do no which one you are doing a minus b square okay so what is your answer
Yes. Sir, we can take it.
I could love it. So this is A, this is B, right? So what we want to find, which part is A minus B in your diagram? Which is, this is A, this is B. So this will be A minus B, correct?
Yes.
So how can you find that? And see in your diagram, what is happening, right? A and B, B is almost looking, this part is looking equal, right? See how I draw the diagram, you know, I draw A very big and B very small. So your confusion will be less. And draw bigger diagram, okay? Take as much space as you want and draw a big diagram, okay? Pattern, okay. 2 into 2, 4, yes, correct. So last place, only even numbers are there.
And 2, 4.
2, 4, 8, 6, 2, 4, 8 will repeat. So now if I ask you the question in this list, no, I directly want the last digit of the 1000 number. Okay, so can you find that last digit? I can keep writing like this 1000 entries, but without writing all those 1000 values. Huh? No, Microsoft Excel is there, but without using Microsoft Excel, in your own method on paper, can you find it? Okay, so think about that. See, 2 into 2 into 2000 times if I do, what will that answer be? What will be the last digit of that answer be? Can we find that? Think about it, okay? There is no You are not in a hurry to answer. Okay, so what is your answer? A square minus AB minus AB minus B square. So when you get an answer, what you can do, you can put small values of A, B and check if your answer is correct or not. So you can say A is equal to 5, B is equal to 2 आणि check कर तुझा answer बरोबर आहे का नाही. Okay, so while few more folks are joining, let me just, already some people have brought new questions, new ideas. So let us start discussing that. And, few more people will join in the meanwhile. So. Okay, can you see the board? Those who are
Yes,
online,
sir.
can you see also? And
Yes, sir. Yes,
Whether
sir.
pen could show them. नाही का तिकडे घेऊन जा. हा. Okay, and I'm wearing a mic today, so I think the audio quality should be better. Let me know. Okay. हे कोण केलं? आपला मॅथ्स क्लासचा ड्रॉइंग क्लास झाला का एकदम?
Someone drew on the board.
Somebody drew on the board. So see, you are free to draw on the board, but take my permission first for what I'm writing. Okay, so let's avoid confusion by drawing only one at a time.
काय मी तुझी बायको आहे का बारकी पोरगी आहे का? अरे क्लास करते मोबाईल कशाला घेऊन बसला मोबाईल कशाला घेऊन बसायला असं
कोण बोलतंय?
पडशील खाली रणीच्या असं मोबाईलच्या
William?
मागं लागायला रे का मोबाईलच्या मागं लागायचं रे क्लास.
Okay, I'm muting you right now, but let me know if you want to say anything. I'll unmute you. So, yesterday we did a lot of things and some people already have new ideas. So I'm interested to hear what new ideas you have. So for example, somebody has given me the answer of A minus B square. Okay. So today we are going to discuss something new, but I want to hear from you that from this question, what are your thoughts? How did you start thinking about this problem? Most importantly, you did not wait for me to tell you the answer. Someday the teacher will come and write the answer on the board. But त्याची वाट न करता तुम्ही स्टार्ट केलं विचार करायला. So that is the first positive sign. उत्तर कदाचित फर्स्ट बरोबर नाही येणार. That is not the problem. A wrong answer is better than not trying the problem at all. Correct? So what we did for A plus B square, when we were faced with this problem, A plus B square or A plus B into A plus B. So तेव्हा आपण काय केलं?
A plus B into A plus B.
A plus B, we took one side of length A plus B and we completed that square. So for A minus B into A minus B.
A minus B into A minus B.
Yes. So what should be the side of our square that we should take? It should be A minus B, correct? So we want a square whose one side is A minus B. That is what we would like. But how to, if I give you A and B, suppose I give you two sticks of length A and B, how will you put them together to get A minus B? Yes?
Sir, first you take the longest stick.
Yes.
A.
Yes.
Then you put B stick on top of it.
Yes. Yes. Correct. So the part which is remaining will be the A minus B, correct? For A plus B, what we had to do, we could take join two sticks. So A and B, we put side by side, we got A plus B. But now you want to subtract. So what we do, we first take the stick of length A, and then here we put a stick of length B. So that this whole is A, this whole is B. So then this part will be A minus B from this point up to this point. So that is how you can get A minus B. Okay. आणि आता A minus B into A minus B करायचंय. So we want a whole rectangle, right? ज्याचे दोन्ही sides A minus B आहेत. So ते कसं करणार? Anybody? I can see notebooks on the board also, that on the online, that is also good. So you can show your working through the camera. And actually many students have not switched on their camera. So please do that if possible. म्हणजे मला थोडा तरी अंदाज येईल तुमच्या चेहऱ्यावरून कळतंय नाही कळतंय.
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat? I didn't hear the question.
स्क्वेअर हा पण एक टाईपचा रेक्टँगलच आहे ना. स्पेशल रेक्टँगल आहे पण रेक्टँगलच आहे ना. बरोबर. So let me just draw it again here. This is my whole length A, and from here I counted backwards up to B, right? So this part is B. So this part is A minus B. And now on the vertical side, what will I do? Same thing. So I will take another stick of length A, and then from here I will count backwards B, correct? So एवढा part उल्टा count केला. And let me check if my diagram is looking correct. थोड़ा फर्क पड़. Okay. The A and B should look similar, ना? नाहीतर ते diagram चांगला नाही दिसणार. So this part is B. So this part is A minus B. Correct? And now we complete the squares. So we will draw all the lines. And what we want to find out A minus B into A minus B. So which part of this whole diagram we want to find the area?
The one to the very top left.
This part, ज्याची side A minus B and A minus B, right? So we want to find the area of this portion, which is a square, correct? So again, I will not draw the whole outline, but I will just mark the 4 corners like that. This is the area which we want to calculate. Okay, so how do we do that? आपण
Sir, आधी sorry, A to A करायचं.
A into A करायचं. So that is we are taking the whole square. Okay, so what we'll do, आपण ना ते झूम नाही करतायत ना, मला फक्त मूव्ह करतायत. बरं ठीक आहे. So what we'll do, we'll start writing terms and we'll keep counting which parts we have already measured and which we have not measured. Okay, so as you said, Siddharth, let us write A square, which is A into A. So in that we are counting the whole rectangle or whole square, सगळ्यात मोठा square. So त्याच्यात हा part एकदा count झाला. So all 4 parts are getting counted once, correct? So मी त्याला +1 म्हणतो. Okay, मी सगळीकडे +1 लिहितो. So +1 means एक एकदा सगळ्यांना count केलं. Okay, so did we count the area we want? This pink area that we counted. But त्याच्याबरोबर इतर गोष्टी पण ऍड झाल्या ना. We added so many other things which we don't want. So we have to get rid of these extra portions, correct?
कुठला असेल?
हाँ.
It has side of A and also AB.
Which part will be AB?
The top right corner.
Top right AB असेल का? Because A, which is this whole length is A, correct? This whole length is A and this whole length is B. So AB will be this whole rectangle, not just this part, right?
Then actually,
पूर्ण काढायचा. हा B square आहे. पण आपण एक काम करूया, आधी आपण AB काढूया. Okay, let us remove AB first. Okay, so I am just marking again in yellow this rectangle. Okay, so everybody understands this yellow rectangle is of area AB and we don't want that. So let us remove that. Okay, so आपण minus AB केला. So now इथे जे +1 होतं that will become -1 because first we added, now we are going to subtract it. So -1. इथे पण -1. Okay, so now +1 -1 म्हणजे ह्या एरियाचं काय झालं, टोटल 0. We added it and we subtracted it. So this part is not getting counted at all. We got rid of that part. Okay,
yes, sir.
तसंच आता इकडे पण +1 आहे which we don't want.
Yes.
So just like that rectangle was AB. Is there one more rectangle which is also AB?
Yes, sir. Bottom left.
This one, the other one.
Bottom left
I
corner.
want to remove.
Corner, only corner or which one? पूर्ण not just corner, कारण corner ची ही side A minus B आहे. bottom म्हणजे पूर्ण bottom side. Okay, so let me mark that with some different color. Orange. So this orange rectangle is again AB,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Oh,
हा मग आपण हा पण आता काढूया. ठीक आहे, ऑरेंज पार्ट काढून टाकूया. सो मायनस AB. सो काय होईल इथे, दिस विल ऑल्सो बी -1, दिस विल ऑल्सो बी -1. हा which for this part,
square.
this part, only this part is B square, पण आपण तिथे आलो नाही. We are just removing AB चे दोन पार्ट आपण काढले, करेक्ट? हा. So therefore A square minus AB. So in that process, this part we had already removed, which I shaded with yellow. And now this +1 -1 means this part is also removed now. So this part is removed, this part is removed. What happened to this part? हा पण किती वेळा काउंट केला?
It became -1.
आधी +1 केला, मग -1 केला, अजून एकदा -1 केला.
So it will be -1.
एक्स्ट्रा काढून टाकला हा. सो आपल्याला काय करायला लागेल, हा परत 0 ला आणायला +1 करायला लागेल, करेक्ट? जसं एव्हरी पार्ट बिकेम 0, टू मेक दिस 0, आय हॅव टू ऍड +1 अगेन. सो लेट मी डू दॅट विथ अ डिफरंट कलर. सो अगेन इथे +1 करायचंय ओनली टू दिस पार्ट. सो आणि त्याचा एरिया किती आहे? ओनली दिस कॉर्नर B square, because both side is B, right? This is also B, this is also B. So I have to add B square. So now total ह्याच्यातली +1 +1 -1 total 0 झाली. 0 means we are not counting that anymore. So that's what we got rid of all the remaining parts आणि आपल्याला जो हवा होता तेवढाच उरला. So what is the final answer?
A2 minus AB.
A square minus AB minus AB plus B square.
Correct. So this is not A2, we call it A square, okay? Because we A into A करतोय आपण, okay? So therefore that is the answer की A minus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus AB plus B square, or in other words this can be written as -2AB, correct? A square minus 2AB plus B square. Okay. Maybe सगळं पहिल्या ह्याला कळलं नसेल, just go back and rewatch, pause the video, take your time and find out how all the parts are working. Okay, and try more examples like this. म्हणजे तुम्हाला कळत जाईल की आपण कसे एरिया काउंट करतोय व रिमूव्ह करतोय. ओके, येस आदित्य.
सर मी पहिला हँड रेज व्हॉइस येत नव्हता म्हणून विचारायला.
ओके, आता येतोय ना?
Yes.
येस
एक क्वेश्चन है
येस.
अपन तो माइनस के साथ करा बी माइनस
ह्या पार्टचं विचारतोय ना. सी आफ्टर वी रो आपल्याला 0 करायचं ना. सी वी आर ओनली इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस पार्ट टॉप लेफ्ट. बाकी सगळा पार्ट आपल्याला डिस्काउंट करायचा आहे. सो वी वॉन्ट टू गेट रिड ऑफ दिस पार्ट, करेक्ट? सो वेन वी डिड A square minus AB तेव्हा इथे +1 -1 असं झालं होतं. बरं, येस. How did we get them on positive side? For this part you are asking? Or so yeah, so because it became on the negative side, so we had to bring it back to 0. So negative value ला तू प्लस ऍड केलंस की तो परत 0 होणार ना. लाईक आता याची टोटल काय आहे? +1 -1 is equal to -1. And if I want to bring it back to 0, what should I add to this -1 to make it 0? +1 ना. -1 ला तू +1 केलंस तर परत 0 होणार. ओके, आपण नंबर लाईन माहिती आहे का तुम्हाला? नंबर लाईन. तर नंबर लाईन वर इमॅजिन करूया की सपोज यू आर ड्रॉइंग अ नंबर लाईन लाईक दिस. So that bottom right corner, what did we do? आपण स्टार्ट 0 ने झालो. ओके, when we did not write anything, we were at 0. पहिली टर्म दिली तेव्हा आपण +1 केलं. ओके, 0 वरनं 1 ला गेलो, एक पाऊल पुढे गेलो. मग दोनदा -1 केलं आपण, करेक्ट. सो इथून आपण आधी इथे आलो, मग इकडे आलो. सो राईट नाव वी आर ॲट -1. सो नाव टू गो बॅक टू 0 काय केलं पाहिजे, परत एक ऍड केला पाहिजे. सो अगेन इफ यू ऍड 1 वी कम बॅक टू 0. म्हणजे काय की तो पार्ट आपण काउंट नाही करत आहे. ओके ओके. बट एनिवे दिस वॉज वन एक्झाम्पल. असे तुमच्याकडे अजून भरपूर एक्झाम्पल्स असतील फ्रॉम येस्टरडेज लेक्चर दॅट यू मस्ट हॅव थॉट ऑफ अदर आयडियाज. For example, Devika here showed me how powers of 2 have some pattern in them. So has anybody found pattern in power of 2, power of 4, 5, 6? You know, there are so many patterns.
Yes,
So I
sir.
would like to know about all of that. But in today's lecture, I want to do something different. So whatever you find like this, you know, you write and send to me. Okay, I will read it and reply. Okay, so that is how we can keep discussing. Okay, so आपण आज काय करूया? Let us start with place value. माहिती आहे का तुम्हाला? Do you know place value in school?
Yes.
As usual, the first question is ki, why do you require place value? If you did not have place value, what will happen?
You won't be able to represent a number bigger than 10 or bigger than 9.
Okay. That's not true actually. So just today morning, luckily I was watching a documentary where they were talking about some ancient civilization where numbers were not created yet, and there was no money, the barter system, you know, barter system. So they used to have sack of wheat or rice, and that used to be how they measure things. So, you know, if you want to write a quantity, you just draw those many wheat, wheat crop चा जो shape असतो ना, तसा काढायचा. So if you want to show a number like 60 वेळा असं पिक्चर काढणार. आता व्हीट क्रॉप काढणं शक्य नाही, पण मी नुसतं असं एक पान काढतो. ओके, सपोज दिस इज माय व्हीट क्रॉप. सो टू ड्रॉ 60 आय हॅव टू ड्रॉ दिस 1 2 3 4 5. असं 60 पर्यंत करायला लागेल मला, पण करू शकतो ना. इट्स नॉट इम्पॉसिबल. 60 काय, 100, 1000, यू कॅन ड्रॉ 1000 लाईक दिस. It will take a lot of time. Correct? So there is a problem. And that problem is getting solved through place value. How? How is place value solving this problem?
Because if you want to write 1000 now, you don't have to write 1000 symbols. You just have to write 4 symbols. One in the 1000th place, and then everything else is a 0 because you don't need any more.
Okay. Yes, Arav. Okay. Okay. So this is our way of representing that quantity. Okay. Anything else, Shamika? Same thing. Okay. So that is how place value is helpful. But let me show one way of, you know, seeing place value. Suppose we do like this. You know, volume 1 liter, 5 liter. So let us say that we have a can of 1 liter. Okay. Not 1 liter, but you know, there is a vessel like this where there are markings on the side. Okay, so 0 1 2 3 असे, आणि up to the at the top there is 9 असे मार्किंगचा मी एक कॅन घेतला. ओके, सो यू सी आय कॅन यूज दिस कॅन टू मेजर 0 1 2 3 अप टू 9. ओके, सपोज यू वॉन्ट 4, तर 4 म्हणजे काय होणार, इथपर्यंत तुमचं पाणी भरलंय, राईट. This much water is filled in your can of course. So after you fill this can up to 9, what will happen after that? You overflow होईल ना. 9च्या पुढे गेलं, 10ला गेलं तर हा कॅन पुरणार नाही आपल्याला. सो म्हणून काय करायचं, अजून एक कॅन घ्यायचा ज्याची कॅपॅसिटी 10 लिटर असेल. By the way, when I'm saying capacity, I'm meaning the area of the floor. Okay, so on this, right, this can also same markings can be made 0 1 2 up to 9. But the difference is now here when I have water of, let's say, up to this level, so ikade distana on the side of that beaker you will see 1, but how much water is there in that? 10. 1 into that can, right? So 10. So when this much water is there in this can and this much water in the second can, so how much total water is there? नाही हा कॅन इथपर्यंतच भरलाय अप टू द पिंक लेवल. 14 correct. So because here there is 1, so 1 into 10 plus 4 into 1. So that is how we are getting 14. Okay. So can you imagine this kind of can analogy for place value? What will happen after that? So which is the largest number that you can write with these two cans? 9, 9 in this first can, 9 in the second can. So after both the cans are full, so that number will be 9 times 10 plus 9 times 1, which is 99. So after that, what will I have to do? Take another can. And त्याचा किती capacity पाहिजे?
100.
100.
100. Okay. आणि असं करत जाणार ना आपण. So we'll get as many cans as we want. जेवढा मोठा नंबर तेवढे जास्त कॅन लागतील. बरोबर? आणि त्या प्रत्येक कॅन मध्ये किती पाणी आहे? That level is what we call the digit in that place, or what we call face value. Correct? So everybody understands this concept of place value and face value? Okay. Now the biggest question is,
Yes, sir.
suppose you have any two digit numbers. Let's say everybody knows how to add two digit numbers, right? 23 plus 31. How much is the answer?
54.
54.
54.
But now can you justify this answer with the help of the can analogy? 2 into 10 plus 3. But what about
50 liters, 50 liters and 4 liters.
you can think of this as when I write 23, I'm actually talking about two cans, right? एकामध्ये 3 मार्क पर्यंत पाणी आहे, दुसऱ्यामध्ये 2 मार्क पर्यंत पाणी आहे, करेक्ट? सो कॅन आय ड्रॉ डायग्राम लाईक दिस की इकडे पहिला कॅन ज्याची कपॅसिटी 1 आहे त्याच्यामध्ये 3 पर्यंत पाणी भरलंय आणि दुसरा कॅन ज्याची कपॅसिटी 10 आहे त्याच्यामध्ये 2 पर्यंत पाणी भरलंय, करेक्ट? सो दॅट इज माय 23. व्हॉट अबाउट द नेक्स्ट 31? हाऊ विल यू ड्रॉ पिक्चर फॉर 31?
In the first can,
करेक्ट. सो 31 इज लाईक असंच 2 कॅन आहेत 10 आणि 1 कपॅसिटीचे आणि इन द 10च्या कॅन मध्ये 3 पर्यंत भरलंय आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये 1 भरलंय, करेक्ट? अँड नाउ व्हेन आय ऍड टू नंबर्स, व्हॉट कॅन यू थिंक की त्या पाण्याचं काय होईल?
Pouring the water from one can of one capacity to the other can.
Pouring the water from one can to another can. So आपलं जे आन्सर आहे, लेट अस से वी स्टार्ट विथ एम्प्टी कॅन्स. ओके, आपण आधी रिकामे कॅन ठेवूया इकडे आपल्या आन्सर साठी, ठीक आहे? सो 1 आणि 10 चे रिकामे कॅन आपल्याकडे आहेत ज्याच्यामध्ये आपला आन्सर येणार आहे. येस, येस. सेकंड कॅन अँड दॅट वी गेट बिकॉज व्हॉट विल डू, 1 चे कॅन आहेत ते दोन्ही आपण ह्याच्यात पोर करणार, करेक्ट? विल पोर द वॉटर फ्रॉम द 1 कॅन इनटू द 1 कॅन अँड द वॉटर फ्रॉम द 10 कॅन इनटू द 10 कॅन. त्यामुळे काय होईल? The new level in the first can will be 3 plus 1, which is 4, correct? And in the second can it will be 3 plus 2, which is 5. Okay, so do you see again this number and this can, they are 1-to-1 match hote sagळं, correct? Okay, what about carryover?
Sir, actually that's a diagram draw करतो.
बरं, okay.
When the can overflows.
1 minute. Yes. उलटा कॅन, ओके. पण त्यात पाणी पडेल ना सगळं? ओके, ओके. तू काढून दाखवशील मला? मला कळलं नाही. येस. हा, हा. ओके, ओके. पण म्हणजे प्रॉब्लेम कुठे येईल? सपोज आता विल डू अ न्यू कॅल्क्युलेशन नाव. इन द सेम वे विल पोर द वॉटर फ्रॉम दिस 1च्या कॅन मध्ये 1च्या कॅनचं पाणी ओतायचं. असं आपण केलं तर काय होईल? आता लेट अस टेक एक्झाम्पल 23 plus 38. Okay, let us try to do the same thing again now. So the first number 23 is what? 10च्या कॅन मध्ये up to 2.
2. And that one will be 3.
And the 38 will be written as
3. The 10 can will have 3 and the 1 can will have 8.
Okay. And same as before, let us try pouring all of that into new can. ठीक आहे, इथे आपण नवीन कॅन रेडी ठेवले 10 आणि 1 साठी. And what will happen if you start pouring now? Unit place 3 आणि 8 pour केलं तर काय होईल इकडे? ओव्हरफ्लो होईल.
Sir, it
So
will
आपण काय
over-
करूया? We'll first pour the first can until it is completely full. Okay. And once it is reached 10 liters, we'll transfer that to the new can. Okay. So हे 3 plus 8 करताना काय होईल? First we'll have to fill up first can up to 1 level. आणि त्यातलं उरलेला एक एक्स्ट्रा होईल तो इकडे जाईल. करेक्ट. हे तर फक्त राईट साइडचे कॅन आपण पोर केले. Then we get this picture. When you pour the one can like this, so do you see how this is also telling you that 3 plus 8 is 11? Do you see that? It's 3 and 8 together are forming 1 10 and 1 1, which is 11. And now we'll start pouring the second 10th can. So now what will happen? 1 cha varti, 2 and 3 will get poured on top of 1. So what will be the new level? 6. Okay.
6.
So then what is the answer here? 61.
1.
So this is why the carryover method is works. Okay. So I'm showing you examples की आपण शाळेत तर rules शिकतो की how to add to numbers, how to subtract. But did you think की why this rule is working? की what is the reason की place value system required? And then how can you use that place value system to do calculations quickly? See, you can do the same calculation by that, old ancient method. 23 मध्ये काय 23 वस्तू काढायच्या आहे एका पाठोपाठ एक. 23 small circles if you draw like that. And 38 small circles असे तुम्ही काढले. And then if you count all of them together, you will get the answer 61. But that will take a lot of time, correct? पण इथे आपण कमी वेळात तेच करतोय. ओके, हे तर ऍडिशन झालं. येस. ओके. कुठला वाला? ओके, सो ओके चल. Okay, so this is 3 and this is. ह्याच्यामध्ये किती पाणी आहे? ओके, आणि आता ह्याच्यामध्ये
तसं होत नाहीये का?
ओके, मग आता हे ऍड केल्यानंतर इथे किती होईल? 5. येस, करेक्ट. मग हे उलटे का काढले तू? हे मला नाही कळलं. ओके, नाईस आयडिया, व्हेरी क्रिएटिव्ह आयडिया. So त्यांनी काय केलं माहिती का? सिद्धार्थ had a very nice idea. He instead of drawing both the cans upright, right? Because these things by gravity, water will fall down. So let us reverse these cans. If I reverse this can and if I draw
कमी कसं करता येतो याचा?
ओके, हा कॅन असा उलटा काढला मी इकडे. काय होईल? ग्रॅव्हिटी मुळे this water will flow down, right? So this water will get poured into this can. Just like if you take a glass of water आणि एकावर एक उलटा ठेवला तर सगळं पाणी वरतून खाली येईल ना. So that is what he is imagining. It will overflow. So what we'll do? Overflow we have to immediately catch into the other can. So थोडी धावपळ करायला लागेल. हा. So what you have to do, can you think of how to solve that overflow problem? एकाच्या खाली दुसरा can ठेवायचा. So you can draw the picture like this. In your answer bucket, right? This is the one can, and just below that you draw the 10 can like this. So water will overflow will directly go from here to here. आपल्याला काहीच करायला नाही लागणार. चांगली आयडिया आहे. Okay, but this was of addition and addition with carryover. Then what should be the next question now? Subtraction. चला मग विचार करा, सबट्रॅक्शनचं काय होईल? How can you use cans to subtract quantities now?
You need 2 empty cans, one filled can and 2 empty cans.
Yes, Athar, wait, let everybody try. Okay, so I'll give everybody 5 minutes to think, and then once everybody has thought, then we'll discuss. Everybody will have some different approach. Okay, so let us take some example. And I mean, we know subtraction with borrow also, but पहिले simple example करूया without borrow. So can somebody suggest 2-digit subtraction without borrow? 68 minus 54. Okay. 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 So answer we know by our normal rules, but ते आपल्याला नाही करायचं. Let us use cans to find the answer first. So now what will the picture look like? Yes, Shamika, you are drawing. So let me give you 2 minutes to draw the whole picture. Okay. Okay. There is no rush to give the answer. Take your time, think properly. Answer तर सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे, but what is important, not what is the answer, but how do we find the answer? And why is that method correct? Yes. So what did you do? How will you pour the water to get the answer? How do you subtract by pouring water? Empty that water. Yes, we want to empty that water. पण कसं करणार ना? Yes. Okay.
8 minus 4 तर हे 4 पण असंच करायचं आणि त्याच्यामध्ये 4 लिटर्स इथे टाकायचं आणि बाकीचं इथे 4 करायचं.
अच्छा. पण ह्या 4 मध्ये ऑलरेडी 4 लिटर पाणी आहे ना, त्याचं काय करायचं? तर ते 4च्या वर अजून 4 टाकणार तर 8 होतील टोटल. आणि म्हणजे कधी थांबायचं कसं कळणार? बरोबर आहे, पण कसं करणार? मला नीट कळलं नाही. See, my difficulty is this. Suppose I give you 2 cans and I don't make any markings. Okay. Suppose I give you 2 cans की ह्याच्यामध्ये there is some water in this can. I don't know how much. There is no marking. And there is another can and there is some water. I don't know how much. We understood how to add. We just have to pour both of them together, correct? And the actual number किती matter नाही करत. In the same way, how can I subtract without knowing that number? Without knowing that number, how can we subtract? Yes, Dhruvi?
Means we can take the water out from that can.
Yes, but how much water to take out? How do we know? Yes, Arav? Okay. No, that will depend on the height of your this thing, right? Suppose, for example, if I take some number 3 and 1, then it will not overflow at all. Correct? Yes. So now Anshuman, na? We have to remove the water till we -4 from it. But see, that is what I'm asking. -4, you know that number. In this picture, I don't even know the quantity. See, we don't know 3 and 1. माहितच नाही किती पाणी आहे, पण तरी सबट्रॅक्ट करायचं. आता कसं
So we
करणार?
will take the amount that is in the second jar from the first jar.
We will take what?
So we will take the same amount, we will measure it by hand and we will.
Yes, but how much is that amount? There is no marking on your beaker now. So how
But
will
we
you
can take the beaker up and then measure till the amount gets.
measure कसं करणार? असं साईडला ठेवून का? You place the 2 glasses next to each other and measure like that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I have one idea. I don't know if you agree with this or not, but माझी idea अशी आहे. What you do, you start pouring the water out of both cans. Okay, same time ला पाणी ओतायला स्टार्ट करायचं आणि कधी थांबायचं?
When the second can is empty.
When the smaller can is empty, then you stop. चालेल का असं? Then we don't need to know exactly किती पाणी होतं. Maybe the numbers is 5 and 3 or 8 and 4 or 2022 and 1947. Doesn't matter. जेवढं पाणी इकडे आहे आणि जेवढं पाणी इकडे ते सबट्रॅक्ट होईल, करेक्ट? So you start pouring the water out of the first can and the second can at the same time. आणि कधी थांबायचं? When the smaller can becomes empty. So then you're subtracting. So you see, you can add, subtract without even using numbers.
Sir, but both the jars should flow with the same rate, right?
I know. There are difficulties with this. So I know this is not a perfect solution, but so that's what I said, that this is my approach. But if you can think something better, then you can suggest that. Okay. So I'm open to all suggestions. Yes. कळलं नाही? मला काय करायचं, मी याच्यात नंबर देतो. सपोज मला माहिती आहे की इथे 2000 लिटर पाणी आहे. Suppose this has 2000 liters water and this has 50 liters water. So I want to do 2000 minus 50, but I don't know this number. So number suppose लपवलेला आहे. So I want to find that difference. So what I do, I take the 2000 liter can and I start pouring water out of it. Same time, same moment ला इकडून पण मी पाणी ओतायला स्टार्ट करतो आणि सेम स्पीडला ओतलं तर थोड्या वेळाने काय होईल, हा कॅन पूर्ण रिकामा होईल. आणि जेव्हा ते होईल म्हणजे हा छोटा कॅन 0 झाला तेव्हा ह्याच्यातून पण तेवढंच पाणी गेलेलं असणार. सो नाव व्हॉट विल बी द न्यू क्वांटिटी इन दिस कॅन नाव? 1950. सो यू सी हाऊ वी सबट्रॅक्टेड दिस टू नंबर्स. जरी आपले नंबर माहित नसले तरी पण, करेक्ट? Correct. If we can measure the can, we can do that. But what if we cannot measure the can? So there may be some other solution also. मला नाही माहिती. But हे कळलं सगळ्यांना? How this is one trick you can use. Although it is not perfect, as Aditya pointed out, there are issues. But असं काहीतरी डोकं लढवायला पाहिजे ना. So borrow कसं काढ त्याचा विचार करूया आपण. पण आता विदाउट बॉरोचं तर जमेल. So with this method, you see we can do a problem without borrow. So again 68.
Can I give another method?
We can do borrow also. We'll come to that after this. Okay. So now what we'll do, we have the first can of quantity 6 पर्यंत मार्किंग आहे फर्स्ट कॅन मध्ये, ज्याची कॅपॅसिटी 10 आहे, आणि अदर कॅन विच हॅज अप टू 8. ओके, विथ कॅपॅसिटी 1. दिस वॉज द फर्स्ट क्वांटिटी. 54 is what? First can has up to level 5 and the second can has up to level 4. And so what will you do now to subtract? We'll first start pouring the one wale je ahe. So the right two cans will start pouring out simultaneously and we'll stop when the first can becomes empty, the 4 one. So after that, what will be left with? This first can will become 4 and the other can will become 0. Correct? So therefore our first digit here is 4. And can we do the same thing for the left two cans? इथून पण will start pouring out the water. So out of 6, 5 will go away when we are pouring at the same time and we'll be left with 1. So the answer is 68 minus 54 is 14. आणि आता आपण बोर्ड छोटा आहे म्हणून 2 digit नंबर दाखवले, बट यू सी सेम थिंग विल बी ट्रू फॉर 3 digit नंबर, 4 digit नंबर, 5 digit नंबर. व्हॉट विल ओनली चेंज की ते 1, 10, 100 असे नंबर ऑफ कॅन्स वाढत जातील, पण मेथड तर सेम राहील ना. आर यू फॉलोइंग दिस?
Yes,
So then
sir.
you have to ask the question. In school you have, in second standard you learn 2 digit numbers, in third standard you learn 3 digit numbers, in fourth standard you learn 4 digit numbers. असं वाढत जातं ना ते. बट यू सी यू आर लर्निंग द सेम थिंग अगेन अँड अगेन. आता एकाच लेक्चर मध्ये आपण सगळ्या डिजिट नंबर कव्हर केले. आता तुम्ही किती पण मोठा नंबर द्या मला, आय कॅन नो हाऊ टू सबट्रॅक्ट इट. फिफ्थ मध्ये पण तेच दिलं करेक्ट. हा या स्टँडवर पण सेम आहे. पण आता कळलं का? नाव यू डोंट हॅव टू वरी. लेट देम गिव्ह एनी बिग नंबर, यू नो हाऊ टू ऍड अँड सबट्रॅक्ट. नाव वी हॅव टू सबट्रॅक्ट विथ बॉरो. बॉरो कसं करणार? आधी बॉरो शाळेतच समजायला खूप वेळ लागतो.
63 minus 54. 63 minus 54.
63 minus 54. Okay. Let us do 63 minus 54. काय करणार बरे? अगेन न्यू प्रॉब्लेम, न्यू चॅलेंज, न्यू क्रिएटिव्ह आयडिया. बघा आधी पाणी ओतून बघितलं, आता काहीतरी वेगळं करून बघूया.
सर 6 मधले 10 लिटर घ्यायचे आणि 3 मध्ये ऍड करायचे 1 लिटर कॅन मधले.
That is what borrow means, right? You borrow from the other bigger can. But how do you do it? You know, if you have a jar of water, how do you do that?
10 लिटरच्या कॅन मधलं 1 लिटर, सॉरी 10 लिटर पाणी 1 लिटरच्या कॅन मध्ये ओतायचं.
हा ओतायचं. ओके. बघा कसं करणार. ओके. ओके.
Sir,
Yes, but if I have one big can which has 63 liters पाणी तर ठीक आहे. पण माझ्याकडे 1 आणि 10 चे सेपरेट कॅन्स असतील तर काय करणार?
excuse
in
me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
That when the 3 can empties, but the 4 can is 1 liter left in it. Pour one from the 6 can. Pour one set of 10 liters. The
Correct.
6 can becomes 5 can, and the
Yes,
3 can becomes a 10 can. Goes all the way to 9.
correct. Okay.
Or a
Yes,
10 can.
the answer will be completely different. Okay. So म्हणजे we cannot use pouring method. Because see what will happen. Previously what I said that you start pouring both and you stop when one is empty. If we do that here with 3 and 4, what will happen? After 3 will become empty, there is still 1 left in the other can. And we will write the answer as 1. But that is wrong, correct? So it is important which can becomes completely empty. So it is always the can below. जिथे 4 आहे तो can पूर्ण empty झाला पाहिजे, correct? So आता काय होईल? Let's take the can of sorry. So first can of quantity 3 and other can of quantity 4, and now we start pouring. So what will happen? First the upper can will become empty, right? So after you will pour 3 out of both, what will happen? The upper can is now empty. Upper can is reached 0 and the lower can still has some water. Yes. Correct. Correct. हो का? हो पण आता रिकामा झाल्यानंतर ओव्हरफ्लो नाही होणार ना. येस. ओके. Okay, so I think everybody is saying the same idea, roughly speaking, in your own words, that you have to take the water from the other can, correct? This 10 capacity, which has 6 marking पर्यंत ह्याच्यात पाणी आहे. So this much water is there. So what we'll do, we'll first empty these 2 cans. So we'll first empty the above can. So now above can is empty and below can has 1 liter water. And now we will take ह्याच्यातून थोडंसं पाणी आपण ह्याच्यात टाकायचं. Temporary त्याला, you know, borrow. What do you mean by borrow? You take it temporary, right? So like that temporarily we'll put some water from here into this smaller can. So how much water will pour? 1. म्हणजे इकडून 1, but ह्याच्यासाठी 10, correct? If this कारण इकडे मार्किंग आहे ना, इकडे मार्किंग आहे. सो इकडे आय नो की 6चं फाईल झालं की हॅव कोड 110 over here. See, no, actually, I understand the confusion. See, in place value system, we have markings, right? नाही तर काउंट कसं करणार? हा
किंवा त्याच्यामध्ये जस्ट
फुल झालं हा त्याच्या आधी थांबायचं करेक्ट. सो विल 4 1 आउट ऑफ हिअर. ओके की काय होईल दिस पार्ट इज फुल नाव. And now can we continue with the previous method? We keep pouring until the bottom one is empty. So now when will the bottom one become empty? When the top one has 9. Correct? So now after that, what will happen? That the bottom will become empty and the top one has 9. So what is the first digit of our answer? 9. But now remember, आपण तिथून एक काढला होता. Right? So now, so this becomes 5. आणि नाव व्हॉट विल हॅपन द इथे 5 आहे आणि इथे पण 5 आहे. सो विल पोर बोथ ऑफ टाइम टुगेदर. आन्सर काय येणार तिकडे? 0. करेक्ट. आन्सर इज 9. आणि नाव वी डोंट हॅव टाइम. वी हॅव टू फिनिश एव्हरीथिंग इन होल वर्कशॉप इज गोइंग टू गेट फिनिश्ड इन 10 hours. Can you imagine how many years it took for somebody to develop this method? असं 2 तासात बसून नाही झालेलं. If you go and read the history books, the development of mathematics, the development of arithmetic operations, the rules of operation took many years to develop. And you know, one person developed something, then somebody else took that and developed something more. You know, building कशी बांधतो, first floor, second floor, third floor. Like that, this mathematics system developed in many levels. आणि आपण डायरेक्टली पूर्ण बिल्डिंग झालेली बघतोय. बट नाव वी आर सीइंग हाऊ दॅट बिल्डिंग वॉज बिल्ट वन लेवल ॲट अ टाइम. ऑफकोर्स वी कॅनॉट टेक द सेम अमाऊंट ऑफ टाइम ॲज नो प्री हिस्टॉरिक मॅन टू. सबट्रॅक्शनलाच आपल्याला 20 वर्ष लागली तर कसं होणार ना. सो वी हॅव टू स्पीड अप अ लिटिल बिट. पण म्हणून विचारच नाही करायचा असं नाही करायचं ना. थोडं तरी समजलं पाहिजे की हाऊ डू यू इफ यू वर गिवन दिस प्रॉब्लेम हाऊ विल यू थिंक ऑफ दिस प्रॉब्लेम. ओके. सो नाव we found a solution. What is the next step for us?
Division.
Division, direct division. त्याच्यामध्ये काय? Multiplication करूया. Okay, and actually no, because I want to show you something else also. I don't have time to show division. आपण multiplication करूया and we'll move on to something else. But you can think about division. Go home and your homework is to find out how to do division. Okay. But आता multiplication चा विचार करूया. Okay, so multiplication. How do you multiply with water? असं कधी विचार केला? Now somebody must have got a bottle of water.
Make a rectangle. No, not red.
Okay. Suppose I know I actually have a bottle of water with me here. Okay, and somebody else, does anybody have a bottle of water? Okay. So now I know how to add addition जमतं. Subtraction पण जमतं. Now I say multiply this bottle with this bottle. म्हणजे याचा अर्थच काय? Can you multiply water like that? थोडं पाणी पितो. जरा एनर्जी येईल ना विचार करायला. कसं मल्टिप्लाय करणार पाणी? Okay, but now there is something.
आपण ना addition and यावेळी आपल्याला अशा होरिझॉन्टल घ्यावं लागेल.
मला डायग्राम काढतील का एखादं? काही लोकांमध्ये आहे का आयडिया? व्हेरी गुड. सो आय गिव्ह यू मे बी 5 minutes टू थिंक हाऊ यू मल्टिप्लाय.
छोटा कंटेनर घेता किती पण असेल
बरोबर.
तर तुम्ही मार्क करायचं वॉटर लेवल. एकदा करायचं ह्याच्यामध्ये पण जेवढा टाइम सांगितलं तेवढं
एवढा टाइम्स. ओके बरं. ओके
आणि
ओके बरं. तो काय म्हणतो इक्वल व्हॉल्यूमचे म्हणजे आता कसं की प्लेस व्हॅल्यू सिस्टीम मध्ये 1 चे इक्वल आहेत पण त्यातलं पाणी कमी जास्त असू शकतं ना. सो लेट अस टेक अ व्हेरी स्मॉल एक्झाम्पल कारण असा प्रॉब्लेम पहिल्यांदाच ऐकतोय ना आपण. लेट अस टेक 12 into 13 maybe. Okay, so 12 into 13. How do you multiply 12 into 13 now?
सर आपण इतकं मोठं करायच्या ऐवजी पहिल्यांदा खालचा जो डिजिट आहे
काय आहे?
खालचा जो नंबर आहे
हा.
त्याच्याच डिजिट हे करायला
हो ओके चालेल. ओके गुड सजेशन. लेट अस टेक इवन स्मॉलर प्रॉब्लेम. लेट अस टेक 12 into 3. व्हेरी सिम्पल प्रॉब्लेम. 12 into 3 चालेल. नो हार्म इन स्टार्टिंग विथ अ स्मॉल प्रॉब्लेम. मोठा प्रॉब्लेम नंतर पण करता येतो. ट्वेल्व इंटू 3 म्हणजे काय करायचं? Okay, so first thing I would like to show you ki we cannot use water directly like that because when you multiply, right, something very funny happens. एकाच क्वेश्चनची 2 उत्तरं येऊ शकतात. बघूया त्याला पण शिकायचं मॅथ्स. Let us take an example ki 1 liter is how many milliliters? 1000 ml. Everybody knows this. So let us say I take 12 liters of water. Okay. And so that is how many milliliters? 12,000. And 3 liters of water is how many milliliters? 3000 milliliters. So now the question is this. पाणी तर तेवढंच आहे. युनिट चेंज झालं पाणी चेंज होतं का? So if you multiply as liters, you will get the answer 36. And if you multiply as milliliters, you will get the answer
36,000.
36,000 milliliters.
36 million.
एवढा मोठा नंबर आला. Such a big number. Just because you multiply milliliters वापरून उत्तर एवढं मोठं आलं. 3 crore 6 lakh. नाही. Oh yes sir. 3 crore. 3 crore 60 lakh. एवढं मोठं उत्तर आलं. So depending on whether you use liter or millimeter, our answer is changing like this. Units वेगळे. But understand that this problem is only there for multiplication. Addition ला काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही आहे. कारण addition ला काय होईल? You have to convert back into the original unit ना. मग ते झिरो जातील. तुझा आन्सर सेम मिळेल. पण कन्वर्ट केलं तर जर का मल्टिप्लिकेशन कन्वर्ट केले तर 36,000 झालं तरी पण उत्तर. ओके. हा ओके ओके. तर मग काय करायचं? लागलं. So we have to be more careful. Okay, addition we could do just like that. Multiplication we have to be more careful. तर आपण एक काम करूया. We have to think of some different way. Instead of multiplying water, we can go back to the area example. Remember when we did A into B, we just had a stick of given length and ते आपण multiply केलं होतं.
Yes sir, the rectangles.
The rectangle. So can we take a rectangle of side 12? Okay. So if I take a rectangle of side 12, and what should the other side be? 3, right? Because I want 12 into 3. So if I look at this rectangle, and now what will I do? The 12th side, I can divide it as 10 plus 2. Correct? So instead of drawing it 12, I can show it as 10 plus 2. So now the total area will be how much? Instead of doing 12 into 3 directly, I can find each part separately, right? So her right side's a part है, त्याचा area किती आहे? 3 into 2?
6.
3 into 2 is 6. And what about the left part?
10 into 3, 30.
3 into 10, which is 30. So my answer will be 30 plus 6. 36.
36.
Yes. Into 2 part, because 2 is sitting here, right? For this rectangle, there 2 it will not matter. For this rectangle, the length into breadth is 10 into 3, no? That is, so this part is 30 and this right part is 6. Okay, 30 plus 6, 36. Okay. So now can you see how to do the same thing with two-digit numbers? Go back to the 12 into, मी अजून थोडे मोठे number घेतो, ठीक आहे? Let us take slightly bigger numbers, maybe 23 into 32. Okay. Yes.
यावेळी आपण जो रेक्टँगल आहे
Hmm.
त्याला four sides आहेत.
4 sides.
वरची एक side आणि खालची.
Okay. So how will the picture look like? First 23 should be the horizontal head. So हे इथपासून हे एवढं 23 आहे. Okay, so how do I split that 23 as 20 and 3, correct? So I can draw up to this point, let's say this is 20 and this part is 3. Okay, आणि दुसऱ्या डिरेक्शनला काय केलं पाहिजे?
एक पार्ट 30 च्या इथं असलं पाहिजे आणि
एक 30 आणि एक 2, correct? So this side is 32, which is 30 plus 2. आणि या अख्ख्याचा एरिया अप काढायचा. We want to find the area of this whole rectangle. So if I add up all the 4 parts, will I get the answer? Okay, so how much is the answer of each part? Top left, 20 into 30. 600, okay.
20 into 30 will be 90.
This is 3 into 30. This is 90, okay. 2 into 3, 6.
Last one is 3 into 6.
So now if I add up all these parts, will I get the answer? 690.
736.
Okay. So if I write below the other, 600, 90, 40, and 6. What is the answer?
736, 736.
So 6, 3, 1 carry. 736 is the answer. Okay.
Sir, I didn't understand this. Can you explain it again?
Okay, sure. So we want to find the original question is 23 into 32 we want to multiply. Okay. And from what we discussed yesterday, I can think of a rectangle whose side is 23 into 32, correct? Length into breadth is 23 and 32. So that total area of this big rectangle will be the answer I want. So to find that answer, what I did, I divided by big rectangle into four small rectangles, correct? So the upper side I divided as 20 and 3. नाही काय नाही. हो चालेल सर आणि चावी पण येस हो नाही चालेल सर येस थँक्स. Okay, so to find this area, we divided one side as 20 plus 3 and other side as 30 plus 2, correct? So when we do that, our rectangle got split into 4 smaller pieces. And then we find the area of each piece. Okay, so the top left piece is 20 into 30. So that the answer came 600. And like that, we find the area of every small piece. And if I put all of them together, I will get my total area. So that is why I added all of them. Okay, 600 plus 90 plus 40 plus 6. That gave me the answer 736.
Okay, sir.
Understood? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So do you see how something that we did yesterday is helping us today? We did that area rectangle thing yesterday, right? A into B is a rectangle. But that is, did you realize that that is very important for how multiplication works? Why your rules of arithmetic work? That is because of that rectangle example. Okay. And here we also saw how to, when you multiply, you do it one step at a time. Normally, कसं करतो आपण? If I give you this question, 23 into 32, how will you do it? You will first multiply it. Correct.
0, 30.
Correct. So same thing we are doing. वेगळं काही करत नाही आहोत, but we are doing it a different way. But now just observe, can we do this faster? काहीतरी शॉर्टकट आहे का? असे 4 टर्म्स दरवेळेस घ्यायला किती वेळ जाईल? पटकन आला तर मजा येईल नाही? So observe this. हो.
20 into 51.
Okay. पण राउंड ऑफ केलं तर अप्रॉक्सिमेट आन्सर येईल ना, एक्झॅक्ट आन्सर कसं येईल? वी वॉन्ट द एक्झॅक्ट आन्सर. बरं.
मी धरला 20 into 51.
ओके, तर 600 आलं. ओके. So yeah, your answer is close to 600. But if you want exact answer, तर मग कॅल्क्युलेशन केलं पाहिजे ना. आपण अशी ट्रिक बघूया. See which of these numbers went into the hundreds place? 600, correct? So 600 went into hundreds place, and yes, Arav. करेक्ट, तसं करू शकतो. पण दोन कुठून आले? हा, कुठले दोन द्यायचे?
2 एक ones place च्या multiply करून 10.
Okay, so Arav म्हटलं तसंच ना, 23 into 2 and 23 into 3, something like that. Okay, but let me show you one completely different method. Okay, observe this की इकडे tens place मध्ये 9 आणि 4 कुठून आला? How did the 9 come? By multiplying 3 into 3, correct? So 3 into 3 केलं, so we got 9, and 4 was from where? 2 into 2.
Cross multiply.
Do you know this idea of cross multiply? 3 into 3 and 2 into 2, and directly that answer I can write in the tens place. So now let us do this again now, and see if you can follow what I'm writing. So I want to do 23 into 32. First what I do, multiply the units place, okay? So 3 into 2 केलं, किती आहे? 6.
6.
Right, 6. Now for the tens place, by that cross multiply pattern, I should do 3 into 3 plus 2 into 2. So that is 9 plus 4. 13?
Yes, sir.
13, so I'll write 13 here, but that 1 is like a carryover for the hundreds place. And for the hundreds place, I'll multiply 2 into 3. So 2 3 is सांगतो परत. 2 into 3 plus 6, 7.
6.
Okay, let me split this into 3 parts मध्ये कळेल. Okay, step 1 काय केली आपण? 3 into 2 केलं, याचा आन्सर 6 आला. This is step 1. Step 2 is you cross multiply like this. असे क्रॉस मल्टिप्लाय केलं. So 2 times 2 is 4 and 3 times 3 is 9. So 4 plus 9 is 13. So as a next step we have to write 13 here. But 13 मध्ये 3 घ्यायचा आणि 1 कॅरी ओव्हर ठेवायचा. ओके, and last step is you have to multiply first 2 and 3. So 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 1 carry is 736. Yes. Yes. Very good question. So Devika is asking the most important question. I showed you the method, but why does it work? So let us go back to the diagram and let me show you why this works. Because see the 6, when you multiply units place by units place, right? Your answer is going to come in units place. So that is why the last digit was 6. When you multiply units place by tens place, it will be tens place. So you see which two cases we are multiplying tens place and units place. Here we are multiplying 3 and 30, right? So that is units place and tens place. And here also we are multiplying tens place and units place. So that is where a cross multiply trick works. Because to get the tens place digit, you are taking one digit from the units place and one digit from the tens place. आणि असं तुम्ही दोन्ही साइडनी करू शकता ना. Once you'll take the yellow pair, once you'll take the purple pair. But दोघांचं contribution will go into the tens place. Okay, let's take one more example. And let's see if you can do it now. So maybe 45 into 72. So how will you do this? First, right hand side 5 twos are 10. Okay. 1 is carry. Now tens place साठी काय करायचं? Cross multiply. So what will you get? 8 plus 35, correct? So this is 8 and 35. So how much is 8 plus 35? 43, and that one carries over 44. So again write 4 and keep 4 carry. And now 4 into 7, 28. 28 plus 4, 32.
3240.
Without even writing one more line, सगळं मनात केलं आपण.
मल्टिप्लिकेशन त्याचं खूप अडचतो.
हा.
हे खूप इझी.
Easy आणि वेळ थोडा वाचतो, right? It is very easy to do. You save a lot of time.
Excuse me, sir, I learned something in Vedic maths like this.
Yes, this trick is taught in Vedic maths, but what they don't teach is the logic, right? They just show you the trick. But now you know why the trick works using that area example, correct?
The rectangle area example reminded me of yesterday's a plus b whole square.
Yeah, it's a very similar diagram actually. If you think about it, you know, do you see that this diagram, this diagram is looking very similar to that a plus b whole square. There also we had 4 parts and we had done very similar things. So you see how something we do before is connected to what we do now. And this is going to be connected to what we do tomorrow. So every day ती बिल्डिंग कशी बांधतोय तसे आपण रोज एक एक मजला बांधतोय. Okay? Yes?
ऑड इंटू ऑड का असतं?
हो. हा. नाही आज नाही, मी उद्या शिकवेन. काय?
What about 3 and 4?
ते मी तुम्हाला होमवर्क कोण दिलंय ते मी नाही शिकवणार. ओके, तुम्हाला आलं त्याचं उत्तर तर तुम्ही मला सांगा. ओके, इफ यू गेट द आन्सर ऑफ द पॉवर ऑफ 3 यू टेल मी. Sorry, somebody else was saying. Yes, Aditya.
Sir, what about 3 or 4 digit numbers?
What about 3 or 4 digit number? That's a very valid question. So again, unfortunately because of time I have to move on. But this is your homework. That see how you can think logically. Try small experiments. You know, छोटे example try करा and see what is happening and see if you can find the rule for 3 digit numbers or 4 digit numbers. Okay. But there is a rule like that which will save your time for 3 digit number also.
Okay.
Okay. So this was, you know, again, because I have only less amount of time, I just introduced the topic and now it is your responsibility to think की अजून असं काय होईल तसं काय होईल. But आता आपण एक वेगळा विचार करणार आहोत. Okay. We are going to talk about place value in a completely different way. Because to answer that question की why do we need a place value, त्याचं एक वेगळंच उत्तर आहे. So imagine this. We are all, you know Reserve Bank of India, which decides all the monetary policy of the whole country. नोटबंदी वगैरे सगळं त्यांनी ठरवलं. You know, नोटबंदी, suddenly they decided 2000 is the only currency and all of that. So like that, imagine that we are running our own small bank and we print our own notes. Okay. आणि त्या नोट्सवर आपलेच चेहरे आहेत. माझा चेहरा आहे, सिद्धार्थचा चेहरा आहे, शमिकाचा चेहरा आहे, सगळ्यांचे चेहरे आहेत. ओके, सो वी हॅव आवर ओन बँक, आवर ओन सिस्टम, अँड द बिग क्वेश्चन यू हॅव टू आन्सर इज which are the denominations we want to print. Okay, like for example, we have one rupee coin, 2 rupee coin, but there is no 3 rupee coin. Somebody decided na we will not have 3 rupee coin. तसं आपल्या करन्सीचं we have to decide which coin we want, which note we want, and we have to decide this now. What is one option? आपलं काम एकदम सोपं करायला. Let's say we have one rule, okay? Let's say one person proposes, ministry मध्ये there is a meeting. So one minister says, let us have only 1 rupee notes. Entire country has to be run using only 1 rupee notes, okay? So rupee 1 is the only note allowed. The meet which prints the money, their job is so simple. They don't have to worry about anything. Just print 1 rupee notes. What is the problem with this? Yes. Yes. Everybody will have to carry a suitcase of coins, Wherever they go. हॉटेलला गेला एक suitcase घेऊन झाला, हॉटेलची bag भरा. So this is very good for the printing, but very bad for us. Okay, so it is good for the printing money, but bad for using. We can make bundles of 100, पण volume तर होणारच ना. So imagine कर ना, एक कोटी रुपये किती bundles लागतील? And ते समोरच्याला मोजत बसायला लागेल. Because you may tie the bundle with a string, but how will he be sure you have tied 100 notes to खोट्या 99 notes भरल्या तर असं काही होऊ शकतं? हा, मशीन असतं, but तरी 1 crore notes मोजायला मशीनला पण खूप वेळ लागेल. So this solution is not good. Okay, then another minister says, okay, let's not do this. We'll print 1 note of every value. So we'll print a note of rupee 1, rupee 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. सगळ्याचे नोट छापू. प्रत्येक टाईपची एक नोट छापू. Because population is so big. प्रत्येकाचा चेहरा आला पाहिजे. So we'll have so many notes. So now this is very easy for us to use, no? Because if you know that you have to pay 437 rupees, I will just have to carry 1 note of 437. That is true. हो, सपोज माहिती आहे की आता आय नो मी वस्तू रोज आणतो, रोज 1 लिटर दूध आणतो. बॅड फॉर प्रिंटिंग. ठीक, गव्हर्नमेंट विल हॅव टू प्रिंट सो मेनी व्हेरिएशन्स. त्यांची अख्खी फॅक्टरीज एका सिटीमध्ये. No, don't know. They have to keep printing. If somebody wants a note of 1 crore rupees, they have to print a note of 1 crore rupees. So you see, this idea is also bad. This is good for us. Good to use.
But bad for printing.
Bad for printing. So we have to come to some compromise, right? Yes.
one to सगळे coins घ्यायचे. तर 100 रुपीजचे एक नोट बनवायचे.
Okay.
100, 200, 300.
Okay. 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 That is your solution. What is your solution? Yes. गरज नाही. Okay. Yeah. So correct. So that we can save something like that, but we have to be systematic. Because for small numbers we can observe the pattern, but for very big number, like if I ask you the question, do we need a note for 437 or not? तर त्याच्या आधीचे सगळे नंबर बघायला लागतील ना. So we need some systematic. त्याचे पण त्याची पद्धत एक त्यात काय advantage असतील, but see every system has some advantage, some disadvantage. Do you see this? So yes, Devika. Okay. 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 Okay, but 100च्या multiple मध्ये to reach 1 lakh you will still have to print 10,000 notes. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Okay. Up to 2000 we print 100. Then after 2000 what do we do? Then we have to do 1000. So at every scale you have to use a different amount. Okay.
Price bigger than that.
Okay. 1000 will be easier. Okay. So you see, there are so many solutions, but whatever solution But now see, one thing we have to think about, any solution, everybody will have their own solution. How do we decide whose solution is better and worse? काहीतरी आपल्याला criteria पाहिजे ना. Okay, so good for printing. But we need a balance between good for printing, good for using. Okay, so let me put one problem and let us see how to solve that problem. Suppose the problem is, let's say your economy is small, so we don't have to worry about very large numbers. Okay, 1 to 1000. Okay, 1 to 1000. These are the only quantities I want to deal with. So I need enough notes so that any number from 1 to 1000 can be paid using that my currency. So now which currencies will I print to achieve this? Which notes will I require?
So 500.
1 to 5, something like that. का तुझ्या मनात काय वेगळं आहे?
1 to 100 and 500.
By 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, all 10. Okay.
1 to 100, 200.
Correct. So that is one solution. Certainly that has some advantage, some disadvantage. So what Shamika is saying, let us print 1 2 3 4 up to 10. Okay, then we'll print 10 20 30 40 up to 100. Then we'll print 100 200 300 up to 1000. Okay, that is her solution. Every solution has some advantage, some disadvantage. You know what is the advantage of this solution? How many notes will you require to represent any value? If I tell you that I want 437 rupees, how will you do that?
3.
Only 3. So any number, 3 notes are sufficient. That is very nice. I don't only have to carry 3 notes at a time. $437 law, how? नाही आणि खूप लागतील ना. So in a normal Indian rupee system, 437 rupees will require how many notes? 200 ची एक नोट, 200 ची अजून एक नोट, then 20 ची एक नोट, then 10 ची एक नोट, then 5 ची coin and 2 ची coin. So we'll require 6 objects to carry. But in her system, with just 3 notes, I'm able to pay. So there is some advantage, correct? What is the disadvantage? खूप printing करायला लागेल ना. Too much printing, because see here we are printing 30 different types of notes. 1 to 10 चे 10 note, हे 10 note आणि हे 10 note. So we have to print 30 types of notes. So there is some disadvantage. Hmm. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, but after that? Okay, मग मधल्या व्हॅल्यूचं काय करायचं? मला 70 हवं असेल तर काय करायचं? Okay, so correct. That's a good idea.
तुम्ही सगळे इव्हन नंबर्स करायचे.
सगळे इव्हन नंबर. इव्हन नंबर. ओके. ओके. पण तू इमॅजिन कर, तू तुझ्या दुकानात उभा आहेस अँड यू हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट की कुठली नोट देऊ कुठली नाही देऊ, आणि तुझ्या पाठी देर आर 3 कस्टमर्स वेटिंग. कसं चालणार ना? वी हॅव टू बी फास्ट ऑल्सो. येस, currency same असेल. Everybody will take time, that is true, but still, you know, in India they start shouting even if you take 2 minutes extra. Okay.
50, 100, 200, so on.
Mm-hmm.
900.
Okay. Okay. So let me just note one thing, because I know I want to highlight this solution, because you see it is showing place value system in one more way. You see this is exactly working like place value system, because to get 437 I required 4 hundreds, 3 tens and 7 ones. So you see one more way by which place value system can be helpful. Yes, Aditya.
Sir, we can print 1 rupee notes, 10 rupee notes and 100 rupee notes.
Okay. So only 1 rupee, 10 rupee, and 100 rupee, correct? And then you can use them to create any value that you want, correct?
Yes.
That is also possible, correct? So now this is a completely new idea I want to introduce, and I am hoping that everybody will be able to follow this. But आपण असं करूया. Suppose we start with 1 rupee. 1 रुपयाची नोट छापली, ओके? आणि 2 रुपयाची नोट छापली. Now do I require 3 rupees? Because I can pay 1 plus 2, right? So I don't require 3. Do I require 4? I don't require 4 because I can use 2 notes of the same type. But suppose there is one more rule, okay, you can only carry one type of each note or one note of each type. So I cannot carry 2 rupees दोन notes मी नाही carry करू शकत. So I will require a note of 4, correct? Okay. Now do I need a note of 5? Why? So 1, 2 was required. 3 is not required because 3 is 1 plus 2. 4 is required. Is 5 required? 5 is not required because
4 plus 1.
Excuse me, sir. Why is 4 required?
the 4 is required. So this is the required column and this is the not required column.
Excuse me, sir. Why was 4 required?
4 required because the government rule is you cannot have 2 notes of the same type. See, 4 can be written as 2 plus 2. But then you are using the 2 note 2 times, which is not allowed. Okay. So each note can be used only once. That is the problem. Okay. Do we require 6 is 4 plus 2, right? So I don't need 6 also. Do I need 7? 7 is 4 plus 2 plus 1. See, I can use as many notes as I want. Only rule is same note should not be repeated. So 7 is 4 plus 2 plus 1. What about 8 is required because now you see what happened. I have used one note of each type. माझ्याकडे होत्या त्या सगळ्या नोट वापरून झाल्या. But still I did not reach 8. So for 8 I need a new note now. That is like a pattern. So can you guess which is the next note you
Sir,
require?
multiples of 2, we need to print the
Sir,
note
16.
multiples of 2.
Okay. So now this is the new currency system which I am going to announce. You know, I am the Prime Minister, President. So everybody has to listen to me. And this is my new system. No questions asked. I will only print all the powers of 2. Okay. I will print 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Like that I keep printing.
So
Okay.
437 rupees will
Yes.
be
The first question is, can we even
256
pay
plus-
437 rupees now?
That will be
First
like
question,
256 plus 128 plus.
yes, wait. Let everybody think and see the answer. So now like that I keep printing the notes like this. So now the first question I'll ask you is, you go to the shop and they say, so you have one note of each type in your wallet. And now you have to pay 437 rupees. Can you do it? It will be difficult, but forget that difficult part. Can we do it or not? Can we answer that? How? Which note will you give? Okay, let's work it. Let's think and find out exactly which note I have to give.
Small problem happened. It is left.
What happened? Is somebody got disconnected?
Problem happened. I couldn't open Zoom again. After I checked the time, I couldn't open Zoom. So I rejoined.
Okay,
So
but you are able to see
64,
the
8
screen now,
and 2
right?
won't be used.
Sir, 256, 128, 32, 8, 4, and 1.
Okay, and with all of that, we are able to get the answer. Okay, good. So let's do it one note at a time. आपण काय करूया? We want to reach 437, right? त्याच्या आधीची कुठली नोट आहे? Which is the note before 437? It is lying between these two numbers, right?
56, 128, 32, 16, 4, and 8, 1,
Yes. So आपण करूया. Let's first take 256 ची note दिली. Okay. We first give the 256 note to the cashier. So now how much is left to be paid? After we give 256, how much is left to be paid?
So 108. Yeah, 100.
181 is left.
Left to be paid.
Next, which note I should give? This 181 is lying between these two numbers, right? So I can give 128.
128.
Okay. So then how much will be left after that? 53. Which note will I give now?
48.
48 ची नोटच नाही आपले.
32.
32. 53 is lying between 32 and 64, right? So I can give 32. So 53 minus 32. How much is left now?
21.
21. So now which note will I give now?
16.
I'll give 16 because 16 is
16.
so 5 is left and 5 is what? 4 plus 1. Correct? So 16, 4 and 1. And now we can just check once that if we add up all these numbers, am I getting 437?
Yes.
Not comfortable to use.
Not comfortable to use, but I am the president, no? So I am telling you how to use. See, it will be difficult, but is it impossible to use? No, it can be used with some difficulty. Obvious question is ki, why will anybody try to do this? So there is advantage to this system. मला 10 मिनिटं द्या, then I will show you the advantage. Okay. पण आता follow सगळ्यांनी करायची उद्यापासून. Okay. Everybody has to follow this system and आहे आता काय तुमचा प्रेसिडेंट थोडा वेळा आहे. You don't have any choice. See, it is making things simple for you also, right? See, with just how many notes you have to carry in your wallet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 notes. Only 10 notes in your pocket, and you can pay any amount from 1 to 1,000. Can you see which is the largest number which I can pay using all these numbers?
Sir, I already know the answer. It's 1023.
Yes, correct. Why is that the answer?
I have to-
We add all the numbers. Or one more way to think is ki, if I want to extend this system, which will be the next note I have to add 2 times the last note, correct? So 512 into 2 is how much? 1024. Sorry. काय केलं मी काहीतरी केलं सगळं हरवलंच माझं एकदम. Let me use this navigation. I thought हरवलं. जाऊ दे. We'll open a new page. आलं. Okay, now let me not try to move the page. आपण इथेच लिहूया. Okay. So after 512, the next note will be 1024. So just 1 minus that, right? 1023 will be the largest number. If I add up all these numbers, I'll get that answer. Okay. So you see there is some advantage to this system also. Okay. So now what I want to show is, so this number 437, right? Let me write that again. Can somebody tell me 437 is 256 plus
128.
32 plus 16 plus 4 plus 1.
4 plus 1. Okay. Let me take a smaller example. मला दाखवायला सोपं जाईल. Let us take only 17 or 37 चालेल. Let's take 37. Okay. So 37 if you want to pay 32 plus 4 plus 1. Okay. So now what I will do is this. Instead of writing this 3241, it is taking up a lot of space, right? let me develop some small notation की पटकन हे कसं दाखवायचं. So let me draw for every note type, I will draw one blank. So this is the 1, 2, 4, 8. प्रत्येक नोटची टाईपला मी एक रिकामी स्पेस केली. And if I'm going to use that note, I will write 1. If I don't use that note, I will write 0. Okay. So do I require to use note 1?
Yes.
Yes. So I'll write 1. Okay. So where I should write 1?
4.
And everywhere else I'll write 0. Okay.
Binary.
Yes, this is called binary number system. So now if instead of doing all of this, I just tell you this number. पुढच्या बोर्डवर जाऊया आणि फक्त हा नंबर दिला 100101. तर will you understand? Technically, yes. How will you find out from this number how many rupees you are paying? What will you do? You know this is 1, this is 4, 8, 16, 32. So we know we have to add 1 plus 4 plus 32. Correct? And that is our answer. Do you see this is like place value?
Yes.
This is exactly like place value, because what do you do in place value also? Every position has some value, right? Like a number like 37, when you write normally as 30 plus 7, this is the units place and tens place, right? So therefore we do 30 plus 7. If you take a number like 1201, so this is the units place, tens place, hundreds place and thousand place. And you only count the places where you write the digits. So we do here 1000 plus 200 plus 1. So we are doing something similar here also. Okay. Yes. No. 16 plus 8 is 24. Plus 2 is 26. You will get 27, not 37. In fact, what you will find is that there is only one way to write this number. If I tell you 37, there is only one way to write this number. Any other pattern you use, you will get a different answer. Okay. So this is called a binary number system. And what we use here, when we write 37 like this, right? Tens place and units place, that is called a decimal system. So how did decimal system come? Why did we decide that we will go from digit 0, 1 to 9, and after that we have one more place, 10? Because we have 10 fingers. Very simple. आपल्याकडे 10 बोटं होती. So after 10, 11व मोजायला we require one more place. Okay, so imagine there is some alien who has only 2 fingers. So what will they do? After they say 1, 2, they will have to use binary because they don't have 3. So they have to do 1 plus 2.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Or 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, like that they have to do. Okay, so is there any alien like that who has only 2 fingers?
Probably.
Huh? There is an alien who has only 2 fingers. No. And that alien is there all around us. It is there in my pocket. It is there on this desk. Computers are that alien. Computers are the alien who use binary numbers. Do you know this?
0 and 1.
Yes, you must have heard of this. Binary code. So when we do programming, we will see all of this again. But see, because we had 10 fingers, we thought in decimal system. But computers think in binary system. So if you want to talk to computer, you have to learn binary. So that
Or you can learn a
now you
programming
understand
language.
why that president told you this rule that everybody has to use binary system. If you want to learn, yes.
But then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so there is some electric circuits inside the computer which convert that number into binary for us, so that it becomes easier for us to use. But do you want to use a computer or you want to design a computer? That is the question. If you want to design a computer, you have to understand binary system. Otherwise, you will use the computer like everybody. Yes. No, but 0 we represent by just like this, right? We don't need one more finger for 0. Okay. Yes. Okay, we'll take more examples. You know what we'll do? We'll list all the पहिले छोट्या values आपण list करूया. Okay. We'll make columns. So this is the decimal system ची column. And this is the binary system ची column. And you'll see the similarity between the two systems. Okay. So in decimal system, what we have units place, tens place, hundred place, like that. So let me make that column. So this is the units place, tens place, and hundreds place column. And in the binary system, we have ones place, two place, four place, eight place. We have system like this. Yes, because binary so BIN is representing 2. Okay. So decimal this, you know what is decagon is a 10-sided figure. So that decimal DEC is referring to the fact that we are counting in powers of 10. So binary BIN is the one which is telling which are counting in powers of 2. Okay. So now let us take some examples. So smallest number which is 1, right? How will you write 1 in this system? Only 1. This will be written as just 1 over here and everything else is 0. Correct? What is the next term? How will 2 be written here?
0 1 0 0
From left to right or right to left? We'll talk from right to left. Okay, so 0 1 0 0. This is 2. Okay, what about 3? 1 1 1 1 0 0. 1 1 0 0. Okay, after that, so let's write up to, so this is the exercise 1 to 20. Write all the numbers from 1 to 20 in this way in your notebook.
Okay, sir.
I hope it is working. Imagination nahi करायचं सगळं. Okay, let's write numbers from 1 to 20 in this system. In both decimal and binary. ते समस्याला कळलं नाही तर टू बी सेफ टू अख्खली आता मला माहिती आहे सो आय अंडरस्टँड बट इफ यू शो दिस टू अ न्यू पर्सन ही विल गेट कन्फ्युज राईट
सर फॉर 7 4 च्या खाली एक 1 2 च्या खाली एक 1 आणि 1 च्या खाली एक 1
नाही 7चा काय झालं
7 साठी 4 च्या खाली एक 1 2 च्या खाली एक 1 आणि 1 च्या खाली
सगळीकडे 1 1 1 येणार करेक्ट
हा
Okay, so while you are writing, let me also write. So 4 is 0 1 0. 5 is 1 0. 6 is and now notice the similarity. See in decimal system, when do I require to switch to 2-digit numbers? After 9. Okay, so when I reach a power of 10, like 10, 100, 1000, that is when the new digit starts. In the same way in binary, do you see that the new digit starts every time you reach a power of 2? So which is the first 2-digit binary number? 2, right? Right. So the first 2-digit binary number was 2. Which is the first 3-digit binary number? 4.
4.
And which is the first 4-digit binary number?
8.
Okay, so do you see that? Just like in decimal system, at powers of 10, our number keeps growing. In binary system, at powers of 2, our number keeps growing. Okay, we'll stop at 20 because then the numbers संपणारच नाहीत कधी. So you notice now 15 is all ones. You see 15 is like when you write 9999, that is the largest 4-digit number. This is all 1111. So now the next one will be power of 2. 16, which is now a new digit has to be introduced now. So this is 168421, the place value, correct? Okay. So the last bit number 20 is 10100. And let me write one more number. Before 1, what is there before 1? 0.
0.
0. So 0 is 0 in both places. Okay. 0 is 0 here also and 0 is 0 here also, right? त्याच्यात तर काय डाऊट नाही.
Just
So done all the numbers in the notebook.
Written all the numbers? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when we write numbers like this, we should start to observe patterns.
Sir, in the column of 1, 0 and 1 occur at
Alternating. Yes.
Yeah, sir. It goes
in
1, 0,
in
1,
the second
0.
column they have gap of 2. In third column they have gap of 4, and
Yes.
similarly like
Yes. You see that?
It goes 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0 in second column. And
Yes.
in third column it goes 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1,
Yeah.
0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1.
with a gap of 4.
Yes.
In fifth column, it goes 5, then 5, then. So actually, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a gap of 8.
Yes. Correct.
Then there's a gap of 16. And
Yes.
so on.
Okay. So this is the pattern you can observe. Rightmost column, you see it is alternating 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. See, 0, 1 is repeating every time. 0, 1, 0, 1. Why is that? Because alternate numbers are even, odd, even, odd. Do you see that? Every odd number will have 1 because you have to use +1, right? Any odd number you want to make, you cannot add even numbers and make an odd number. So every odd number you see 1, 3, 5, 7, they all have 1. Okay. Then next column, do you see the pattern is 0, 0, 1, 1? 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 is repeating like this. So you can write this table even faster. Once you notice this pattern, right? You can just write directly without even calculating. The column after that has 4 zeros, then 4 1. Do you see that? 4 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, then 4 1s. Again 4 zeros, 4 zeros. अरे ते पण विसरतो मी स्विच करायला दरवेळी. See, we are so used to the normal board now. You see this pattern 4 0 and 4 1.
I have decided 8
8 1, correct? And after 16 0 and 16 1. So this pattern will keep on growing like that. Okay. So we are going to, interact with these binary numbers more in the programming also. But yes.
वन जो आहे
हाँ.
that is alternate.
Correct.
Two जो
हाँ.
two numbers घेतले
Alternate. Correct.
आणि ते 4 चे घेतले.
4 correct. हा 8 च्या कॉलम मध्ये 8 चा पॅटर्न, 16 च्या कॉलम मध्ये 16 चा पॅटर्न. ओके. So we have around 10 minutes left. No, 15 minutes ahead. So let me show you something interesting. We saw all the arithmetic rules in decimal system. Now I'm going to show we can do arithmetic in binary system also. Okay. Let us add two numbers now. Okay. And छोटे number घेऊया because आपण अजून just we are getting used to this system. So we'll not take very big numbers. Let us do 6 plus 5. How much is 6 plus 5? In a normal decimal. 11. Okay. Now let us convert this number into binary. So 6 is what?
110.
0
110.
0
Now let us come from left to right. Okay. So left to right it is 110. Correct? Because 4 plus
Sir, 1011.
correct. 4 plus 2 is 6. So therefore 110. And what is 5?
101.
101.
5 is 4 plus 1. Correct. So that is 101. So now let us add these two numbers. So column by column. What is the first column? 0 plus 1? 1.
1.
Next column?
1.
What is the next column?
0. 1.
It is
10. 1
2.
0.
So when you get 2, what you do? Carry over 1. So 2 can be written as 1 plus 0, correct? So therefore we'll write 0 here and carry over 1. Okay. And so we get the answer 1011. Can you cross check if 1011 is the same as 11?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
because this is what? 8 plus 2 plus 1.
11.
Sure. First two columns understood. 0, 1, 0, 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. But see how we do in decimal system. When we exceed 10, we have to carry over the extra place to the next. So like that, when you get 2, right? 2 has to be written as 1, 2 and 0, 1. 1 times 2 plus 0 times 1. So that is how this 2 becomes 1, 0. Okay. नाही कळलं का? मला यापेक्षा better explain नाही करता. हा बोला.
See, 1 is appearing twice in the fourth column. So you can say, mentally you can say as 4 plus 4 is 8. Therefore you are shifting 1, 0.
Correct. Okay, so what Dad is saying is that suppose इथे आपल्याकडे 2 आलाय and we know this column is 4th column. So this is 2 4s are 8, right? So you see 8 can be also written as 1 in this column because this is the 8th column, right? So instead of writing 2 in this column, I can write 1 in this column, but the value will be the same. Just as in decimal system, in units place, if I write 10, instead of that, I can write 1 in the tens place. So we are doing something similar like this. Okay. But I don't know how to explain this better than this, but this is a good way to think about it. So you are getting the same answer in binary also. Okay. And so now your homework is to see you can do multiplication, subtraction, division, everything in binary numbers. Because if you want to design a computer, you want a computer who can add and multiply. No? That's the computer काय काम. So if you want to teach the computer how to multiply in binary, you should know how to multiply in binary. Okay. So this is your homework. See if you can multiply in binary. But I'll show you one more magic trick using binary numbers. Okay. So I need volunteers for this magic trick. Okay. And online volunteers are also welcome. So we can do this magic trick multiple times. So first let me create the stage for the magic trick. Okay. So I'll write 4 cards. Okay. Card A.
Sir, me.
Card B. card C, and card D. Okay, I'm going to draw 4 cards. Okay, and now I'm going to write numbers down. Okay, these are my magic cards.
What are
And now
these?
I will ask you, anybody, okay, Devika, you go first. You think of a number from 1 to 20. Pick any number in your mind. Did you pick that number? Now observe every card. Oh, no, sorry, not 1 to 15, sorry, not 1 to 20. 1 to 15, any number you pick. Now tell me, is your number in the first card? It is there. Is it there in the second card? No. Is it there in the third card? No. Is it there in the fourth card? 12? Okay. I can read your mind now. Somebody else? Aditya, let's do one on offline. Okay. Aditya?
Sir, me.
Ha, तुझ्याकडे नंतर येतो answer.
Sir.
Okay. Aditya, pick a number in your mind.
Yes.
1 to 15. Did you pick?
Ha.
Okay. आता मला सांग. Is it there in the first card?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Second card?
Yes.
Okay. Third card?
No.
Okay. Fourth card?
No.
5?
Yes. Yes. In fourth it is there.
Fourth it is
Is
there.
that not 30?
13? 13?
Yes.
Yes. तुला कळली का trick? So the two, let's Anshuman, you come. So somebody has understood the trick. Okay. Okay. कळली trick? Trick नाही कळली. हा. एकदा तू try कर एकदा. Okay, so we have one magician and one audience. So you ask him, hey, what is your which number you want to pick from 1 to 15? You pick in your mind. Did you pick? Yes or no? Is it in the first card?
No.
No. Okay. Is it there in the second card?
Yes.
Okay. Is it there in the third card? No. Is it there in the fourth card? No. What is the number?
4.
No, he said only in the second card it is there, right? And all other cards it is not there.
1 to 4.
1 to 15. 1. Right? Then it is your number. It has. Okay. So card B and card D, it is there. Okay. 11. 9. Think again. Anybody? He's saying card B and
No.
how 5 hai na?
Sir, 13.
So card B and card D has that number. Which is that number?
11.
9.
Somebody
9.
said 9. Is it 9? Yes, 9 is the correct answer.
9.
1 to 15. 9 आहे ना? 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 15. त्यातला कुठलाही number choose करू. तुला काय वाटलं?
Even 15 could be at that spot.
You want to be a magician? You understood the trick? Okay, come. So we need an audience. Who will be audience? You want to be audience? Okay, Shamika is the audience. So you ask. Now I'm not there. You are taking the class. Yeah, you asking. You are asking her. Anybody who understood? So she said it is there in card A and B and not in C and D. So what is that number? Can anybody figure it out?
5, 7, 13.
15.
You have to give only one answer. How are you giving?
There are 4 numbers which are there.
15.
15. But
No,
11,
but
13
it is
is
not there in card
there.
C and D.
7 is there in the other card. Is
5.
your card
It is there
5?
in first two cards. It is not there in the other two cards.
5.
Then nobody has understood the trick. Everybody is
I
guessing.
understood.
You
Sir,
keep
I
guessing.
understood.
I understood, sir.
Bye.
I
Acha kai
understood,
magic?
sir.
We have to keep
Sir,
guessing
I understood
10
the
times.
I
trick.
understood, sir.
Your answer is 5, correct?
Excuse me, sir, I understood the
See,
trick.
only I know the trick.
Sir, I understood the trick. I
This
understood
is
the
your
trick.
homework. You know, you copy these cards in your notebook and see why this trick is
Sir,
working.
I know the trick.
And learn this trick. Try this trick on your parents, your siblings.
Excuse me, sir,
And-
I already know the
सांग ना,
trick.
कशाला सांगू?
Excuse me, sir, I already know the trick.
नाही, next okay, yes. The last lecture नक्की सांगेन, okay? I'll tell you the trick in the last lecture. Okay? But you know, something magical is happening.
Sir, it's a mathematics.
No, there is no mathematics. I can read your mind. Nine, I can read your mind. Nine, I can read your mind. This is binary, okay? Maybe binary. There is no 1, 0. Binary is all ones and zeros. No, there is no. Okay. Okay, so you are getting some idea, Arav. So maybe you can figure
Excuse
it
me,
out.
sir, I know that. Excuse me, sir, I know the trick. I can do it.
Okay, so wait. Let everybody try it out. You know, good magician never reveals their trick. So, Athar, if you know the trick, don't tell everybody. You know. And now in the last 3 minutes, I'm going to do something else also. I'm going to, because I'm the president, right? I can keep changing the currency. So I'm going to change the currency one more time. Huh? Binary for 3. चांगली idea.
I know the trick.
I declare
Oh,
without
someone else did
anybody
it.
else's.
I know the trick.
I cannot do that. I'll be voted out on the second day if I do this, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I also know the trick.
You also know the trick. Very good. So then, see, those who have understood the trick, you got the trick. Do one thing. Don't tell everybody. Just write it and send it to me on direct WhatsApp. Don't even post it on the WhatsApp group. Just send it to me directly, and I will read your trick and I will tell you if your answer is correct or not. Okay. So we'll keep it our secret. Those who have found the trick. So don't put it on the WhatsApp group. Send it to me as a direct message.
Direct
हा, मग तिथं नको
message.
दाखवू. So तुझ्या notebook, you have separate notebooks, right? You don't write in the same notebook, so don't. बरोबर आहे. मग तू थोडे दिवस पेशन्स ठेव, मग मी सांगेन. Okay, so now let me do one last thing. As somebody said, ternary. Just at 10, there was nothing special in 10. You wanted to copy? Sorry. Okay, so while everybody is copying, let me just pick. See, decimal system, binary system, this is all just coincidence. If there is some alien who has 3 fingers, what will they do? They have to use that ternary system. It is called ternary, TER, for 3. तशी पण system है. Every number has its own system. We are used to decimal system, so we think that is the only system. Who has ternary system? I will show why ternary system is also important. Every system is important for somebody or the other. So, you know, in this monetary system, you were always paying the shopkeeper, but that is not how it works, right? तुम्ही 500ची note दिली, he gives you back change. So what if you're allowed to add and subtract also? You can give some notes and you will get some notes. If that is the system available, and now again we think that which notes I should print. And now I also have notes, the shopkeeper also has notes. So I can get change. Okay. So now do I need the note of 1? Yes. So now my new system is I will print all the powers of 3. So I am going to print 1, 3, 9, 27, 81, like that.
Yesterday we were doing powers of 3.
Yes, we are doing powers of 3, but now we are doing powers of 3 for economics. Okay. So now I will ask you, can I pay 2 rupees?
Yes.
Yes. How? 3 plus 1, 3 minus 1, right? So you will give a 3 rupee note to the shopkeeper, he will return you back 1 rupee, right? So 3 minus 1. Okay, 3 we already have. Can we write 4?
No, 3. It's 3
Yes.
plus 1.
4 is 3 plus 1. Okay.
3 plus 1.
Okay, can we write 5? Can we write 5?
3 plus
9
2.
minus 3 minus 1, correct? 9 minus 3 minus 1. There's some magical system.
9 minus 3 minus 1.
And try some big number. Let's try 20. Can you give 20 rupees using this system?
27 minus 9 27 minus 9 plus 3 minus 1.
Plus 3 minus 1, correct. So you have to give 27 and 3 to the shopkeeper. So you will be giving total 30 rupees and he will return you 9 and 1. So 10 rupees. So 30 minus 10. So you pay 20 rupees. So this is a new system I'm showing you. And you know what is the advantage of this system? You require much less notes. See here 1, 3, 9, 27, 81. In binary system, how many notes do you require? Can you just write 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. You know how many? You require 7 notes.
128
You
to
can do the
56.
same thing with only 5 notes. So ternary system has its own advantages. So you know
48, 96.
every system has its advantage and disadvantage. So we are already. It is difficult to calculate, na? That is the biggest disadvantage. हे केवढं calculate? नुसतं 20 rupees दिला तुला एवढं सगळं करायला लागलं. Then everybody will go home. Okay, but anyway, we are out of time. So, you know, you have many small homeworks available. You know, think of the binary system multiplication, think of ternary system, think of the place and value. Okay? Question. No? So I see what I do is every day, if you go now also, right? I've uploaded yesterday's material on the website where you will find a PDF with all the like brief summary of what we did. And I've asked many questions in that PDF, which you can start exploring. So every day you will get one new PDF with many questions. And then how much you want to explore is sky is the limit. Okay. So every day you will get the PDF and the video recording. Okay. तू WhatsApp group वर नाही आहे का? अच्छा. मग मी तुला सांगतो. Okay, just wait after the class.
Excuse me, sir, I don't have the WhatsApp group.
Okay, so just send me what can I'll write the name of the website here. You go to the website and follow the link. Okay, Sohani Academy.org. On the main page itself, you'll find a link to the workshop page. Okay.
I saw some day 0.
Day 0 is what I uploaded before the first day. So that was something you can read before starting the workshop. So day 0 is there now. From yesterday's lecture, day 1 is there. Now day 2 will be there today. Yes.
Quadruple number.
Huh.
So it will be even easier to print the note.
It will be even easier. Okay, but anyway, we are already out of time. So thank you, everybody online. I'm ending the meeting. Okay, bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Good night, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.